Let the universal set S have 100 elements. A and B are subsets of S. Set A contains 68 elements and set B contains 23 elements. If sets A and B have 15 elements in common, how many elements are in neither A nor B? Let's start by drawing a Venn diagram to help solve this problem. So in our Venn diagram, we're going to have two circles, set A and set B. I'm going to designate set A with a pink circle and set B with a yellow circle. Now, what do we know about these two sets? Well, we know that set A contains 68 elements, so I'm going to write down that the number of elements in set A is 68. And we also know that set B contains 23 elements. In other words, the number of elements in set B is 23. We also know that there's 15 elements in common. Where is the intersection? In common means intersection. And where is the intersection for A and B? It's the place where the yellow circle and the pink circle meet. So the intersection is right here on the inside part. How many elements lie there? 15 elements lie there. I can write it as the number of elements in A intersect B is 15. There's one more piece of information, and that is that the universal set S contains 100 elements. Now let's get to work. So the number of elements in S is 100. So what should we do first? I would start by asking myself, what are we looking for? We are looking for how many elements are in neither A nor B. In neither A nor B. Well, that is actually the part that lies outside of A and B sets, right? The elements that are in neither A nor B are the elements that lie outside A and B in this area here, which I'm shading, right? It's the outside part. And another way to write it is that is the number of elements that are in the complement of A union B. That's actually what we're looking for. So how do we find it? Well, our first job is to figure out how many elements are actually in the union of A and B. So I'm going to write down step 1, which is find the number of elements in the union. And the number of elements in the union of A and B can be found using our Cardinality Rule. That says that the number of elements in A union B is actually equal to the number of elements in A plus the number of elements in B minus the number of elements in the intersection of the two sets. We know there are 68 elements in A, there are 23 elements in B, and there are 15 elements in common. And so that tells me that the number of elements in the union is simply 91 minus 15, or if we like, that's equal to 76. So there are 76 elements in the union of A and B. We're just about finished, because once we find how many elements are in the union, then we can find how many elements are in the complement of the union. And how do we do that? Well, let's see. So we're going to find the number of elements in the complement of the union. Well, to find the number of elements in the complement of the union, we're going to take all of the universal set and we're going to subtract off the number of elements in A union B. That's what's going to give me the leftover part, the part on the outside. So how many elements are in our universal set? 100. How many elements are in A union B? That's 76. And so that tells us that the total number of elements in the complement of A union B is 24. There are 24 elements that lie outside of A union B, or if you like, that lie in neither A nor B.